Presentation. With regards to lifespan, straightforwardness and unwavering quality, the Toyota Corolla is up there behind the Volkswagen Beetle. We're talking 50 years and 40 million autos, a point of reference that is being set apart with the 2017 Corolla 50th Anniversary Limited Edition. Just 8,000 were worked, as indicated by Toyota, in 3 hues, with 17-inch composite wheels, cherry sewing on dark calfskin inside, and an identification or two. Something else, the 2017 Corolla isn't changed more than 2016, with the exception of accessible well-being innovation that originates from the Prius. The 2017 Toyota Corolla is an 11th-era item, propelled as a 2014 model. The base motor is a 1.8-liter 4-chamber making 132 pull and 128 pound-feet of torque. The 1.8-liter eco-motor uses variable valve timing to create 140 horsepower and 126 pounds-to-foot. Most Corollas accompany a persistently factor transmission, however a 6-speed manual transmission is accessible. Toyota's CVT is superior to most, the Subaru is fantastic, also. It's effectively composed and customized to feel like a 7-speed programmed. The Corolla is 183 inches in length. Enormous for a conservative, yet that gives it room. It developed by 4 creeps in its last update, 2014. That increased 5.1 crawls in Ray's Lagoon, so now 6-foot-tall travelers are agreeable any place in the auto. There's no hatchback Corolla display. The Toyota M, once in the past known as the Scion M, is for every single functional reason for existing is the Corolla hatchback. The Prius is Toyota's fuel mileage display. However, the Toyota Corolla Eco gets an EPA-appraised 30-40 seconds of a mile per gallon city, highway, or 35 combined miles for every gallon, while other Corolla models get a respectable 31 or 32 miles per gallon combined. Corolla Eco highlights an eco-drive mode-adjusting transmission and throttle reaction, and also AC and extra administration. In crash testing, Corolla gets 5 stars generally from the government, NHTSA, with 4 stars in rollover. From the ACE protection industry it got top good appraisals in frontal, side, back, and rooftop crash tests, however only marginal in the little cover frontal test. There are 8 airbags intended to secure you. However, there's not a rear view camera in each model, to shield you from sponsorship into an utility pole. New for 2017, Corolla models offer the Safety Sense P bundle, incorporating forward impact cautioning with programmed crisis braking with person-on-foot discovery, versatile journey control, programmed high shafts, and path takeoff cautioning with dynamic path control that cows the auto into the focal point of the path. Lineup. The 2017 Toyota Corolla L comes standard with texture-trimmed upholstery, aerating and cooling with dust channel, 132 drive motor. Corolla gains programmed atmosphere power, redesigned tires and the CVT. Corolla Premium moves up to cowhide trimmed upholstery and or shifters. Corolla Eco models include the 140 torque motor. Walkaround. Toyota calls the Corolla outline iconic dynamism. Well, in the event that you need to influence your apprentice transportation to sound exceptional, don't hesitate to tell admirers your car is notoriously powerful. We won't contend. It is a symbol, and, for what it will be, it's not terrible looking, for being nose overwhelming. It has a major jaw. Its wheelbase is yearned for a minimized auto, and the position is wide. That gives a great inside room and proposes lively taking care of. The windshield is steep, giving a trace of wedge to the profile, and the window line turns up behind the back entryways. There are contemporary LED headlamps and running lights. What's more, the XSE and 50th Anniversary Edition aren't reluctant to go out there, with a dark grille that says Little Games Car. Inside. The split-level dashboard pushes the corners from the travelers toward the windshield, which adds to the effectively open inside. The surface of the dash is delicate touch with shaped-in sewing, which looks great against the unobtrusive pinstriped accents and differentiating hues on the dash and entryway boards. It's a crisp touch, which is the thing that any symbol battles to discover. Inside refinement and the nature of materials is great. Motor commotion is separated well. The seats are sufficiently decent, less firm than a few contenders, for example, the Honda Civic. One thing about the Corolla is a casual, characteristic driving position. The SE and XSE get all of the more reinforcing. In the back there's superb legroom, however the seat is limited, so 3 grown-ups can't fit serenely. No hatchback, yet the 60/40 raise situate folds for a load, and the not-too-bad measured 13 cubic foot trunk opens wide and has a low floor. There's great outward perceivability, and a rear-view camera is standard in many models, yet not every one of them, as we figure it ought to be. Driving impression. The 132 pull and 128 pound-feet of torque in the Corolla impel it rapidly enough to stand your ground on the expressway. The accessible valve-o-matic motor with variable valve timing makes it more drive, and it's not so much the strength yet rather the range that makes it advantageous. That is the thing that VVT does, permits great reaction at any RPM. The base Corolla L accompanies a 4-speed program that has a place back in the 70s. It changes moderate and the proportions between gears are wide, and at last won't not spare much cash in any case, on the grounds that the fuel mileage is lower than with the CVT. On the off chance that it works for you, you're most likely squandering new cash on another Corolla. Purchase an utilized one, there are greatish teams out there. Concerning the CVT, it can feel languid at low speeds in view of its tall beginning rigging proportion, particularly tough or with the additional weight of travelers. In any case, increasing speed and reaction enhances when you go ahead. When you take off coolly, you most likely won't take note. Furthermore, there's dependably a 6-speed manual transmission accessible in a few models, including the base L, which makes the model a sensible minimal-effort alternative, just not with that 4-speed programmed. The movements aren't as exact as a game vehicle's workstay should be, however it's not a game car, and the tosses are genuinely long. In any case, the grip can rest easy, decent and light. It's anything but difficult to drive around town, with a ton of moving. The Corolla utilizes an old-school time-tested torsion pillar raise suspension that is sufficient for this auto, and produces an honorable ride and strong dealing with for a conservative auto. The bushings are outlined in an approach to keep down the clamor, vibration, and brutality. But since it's not autonomous, the knocks and ricochets one side are exchanged to the next, so excellent ride has its points of confinement. Rundown. Everything about the Corolla is demonstrated, so it's difficult to turn out badly. Fuel mileage is high. The CVT is a decent one, and that is vital. We wish there were a hatchback, yet at any rate there's the Toyota M. Sam Moses added to this report, with staff reports by the Car Connection.